I've had people that know that this procedure is safe, but then they feel like no, it's a woman who is supposed to go through the pains. Yeah, many persons.
What do you mean?
You
are instigating something. What
no,
do you
I'm not
mean?
instigating.
They feel like it's a woman that should go
yes,
through the pain. If a man does the surgery, is he not going to go through pain?
It's coming. Theirs is less than.
That's not even the point. The point is the both
the
of them are
is
going
the
to go through pain. So why are you saying
it's actually like
a man
the side
would want
effects?
a woman to go through
Most
pain?
persons, yes, because people throw these questions. They have like serious threats. Go under these comment sections, and most people, yes, and then you get to see that it's a whole, so the men should think about their wives, think about the side effects. The most times they are like very severe side effects, and if you love your woman, you should consider this.
I feel like this topic not be genuine topic.
This
what do you mean?
Amazing topic.
I feel like this topic.
Amazing topic today.
Which English I want use?
Welcome to another episode of Talk with Intalks, and I'm here with
I'm Lewis.
I'm Dre.
And our guests.
I know I don't want to call PC Banks, so.
Okay, today we'll be talking about a very sensitive topic rather, and it is something that it is overly underrated and neglected. So, the topic today is vasectomy, and I'll be asking Dre, what is vasectomy? Do you have any idea of what it is?
Okay, so vasectomy is when a man goes for a surgery, right, to stop ejaculating semen. So this is done in order to not bear kids anymore, like a birth control for men.
Yeah, that's what it is basically. Birth control for men.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
So what do you feel it's because I've had several conversations with many persons, and never, God forbid, I would never do that. And then they would rather their wives or their partners do the tubal litigation, which is the same process, but then for a female.
Yeah.
For a female.
What's your take?
Womb.
I have two perspectives, to be honest.
Okay, I'd like to hear.
The first perspective is I have my personal point of view. Then I have looking at it from, the general main point of view. Okay. Looking at this Nigeria's case study. So, personally, I feel like it's lack of education, right? Africa, Nigeria. So, it's subject to each person. The pain that tubal litigation imposes on women is great, but unlike vasectomy for men, right? It's just 2 days, 3 days, and it's done. You get, so the pain is like.
I even heard it takes 30 minutes for the procedure to be carried out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's that short.
Really?
And, yeah.
But then I also heard that most times, I don't know how true that is. I'm not a medical practitioner, right? But I heard that most times in later years, the procedure actually fails.
True, it has about a 99.5% chance, which means that it's a 0.5% chance that. So the ones you're hearing are the minority failures that have happened over time.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
It's on the high stake of it.
Way high.
Permanent.
Yes.
Solution.
Yes.
What do you think about this?
First of all, the word, I am still getting to know the word because it's a new word for me.
Okay.
And about talking about celibacy for a man, I won't lie to you. I just got to find out about it, so I'm still trying to get used to it. But you asking me if I would want to do it or allow my wife do it or stuff like that. For me, I feel like wanting to do something is something that should come out from your mind. Okay. If, for example, myself and my wife, we decide to say, okay, let's not have kids again. So who go do the celibacy?
Okay, so it's actually different. Sorry for cutting you. Celibacy is different, right?
Okay.
Celibacy is the act of abstaining from having sexual intercourse with your partner, in this case you're actually having sexual intercourse with your partner, but then you cannot impregnate her if you have this procedure done on you.
But I've also heard a woman say I removed my womb.
Yeah, so this
is that not the same thing?
Yes, but for a woman, the
if she
removal
remove
of
the womb, she will see the knack. She
Yes.
can still be doing stuff,
Yes,
right?
but she won't be able to get pregnant.
Exactly.
So that's like the same thing for that the man. Your people are saying that's like the reverse.
Yes.
of
Yeah,
that.
Exactly.
men, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so I feel like it should come out. Somebody should opt for it. Say I want to do it. If you don't want to do it,
But men
but
have
if I don't want to do it and my wife wants to do it, she can do it. But if none of us want to do it, then we leave it like that. Because the same reason I don't know the process, but I don't know if it's very safe. I will do it, but if it's not safe, I will not do it.
Yeah, this is because you understand, right?
Yeah.
Most persons do not understand. Most people feel like, I think it's a woman thing. You're the one who is supposed to. But then we should remember that.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm just knowing. Like this period now, they know about this thing. So I think there should be more education to it.
Exactly.
So that people know that it's safe. Because if you take paracetamol and it go cure your headache, and you know say it go cure your headache, you know go follow person drag when the person tell you say this thing go cure your headache.
Exactly.
So I think people think it's very risky. That's why they wouldn't want to try it. But I think it's a matter of decision. The two of them should come together and decide who wants to do it.
Yeah, I also feel that most men actually go to the hospital, right? I've had people that know that this procedure is safe, but then they feel like, no, it's a woman who is supposed to go through the pains. Yeah, many persons.
What do you mean?
Many persons.
You are instigating something. What
No,
do you
I'm not
mean?
instigating. This
They
is
feel like it's a woman that should go
yes.
through
If
the pain.
you check
If a man
on
go through,
X,
if a man does the
coming
surgery,
from
is he not going to go through pain?
It's coming. Theirs is less than.
That's not even the point. The
It's less
point
than
is the
women.
both
The
of them
point
are
is
going
the
to
side
go through pain.
effects.
So why are you saying
it's actually like
a man
the side
would want
effects.
a woman to
The
go
side
through
effects.
Most
pain?
persons, yes,
Vasectomy.
yes, because people throw these questions. They have like serious threats. Go under these comment sections, and most people, yes, and then you get to see that it's a whole thing of I don't care even if it's safe. I don't care if it doesn't have side
so
effects.
it's just a
I am not doing it.
nonchalancy.
I feel it is a woman who is supposed to.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mindset thing.
Yes.
It's a mindset. It's just like if you do it, it reduces your masculinity in some way.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
No,
So I feel like,
I
no.
don't see it in that way.
That's you don't sit in that way, but
No,
there are
no.
1,001 persons
Yeah.
who feel
don't
that
see
way.
it.
So
in
how
that
do
way.
we get to work on this mindset thing so they can be adaptable to these new procedures?
So people
Because it's
just
actually
have
new,
to
you know.
read and understand and ask questions.
It's
It's as
just
easy
How
as
about
that.
awareness.
those persons that they're in a setting like, let's say, poverty in some countries on a high rate, right? And you see them even with the status of their finance, they still give birth. They have
That's
multiple children. So those persons that are not, at a space to access this information, how do they get to?
they can use it. There are different types of birth control, right? For men,
But I hope you're not going to mention the pills, right?
condom is one of the safe.
yeah,
One of the
cheapest
safest and cheapest.
Now go remove condom. I beg.
How safe is condom?
People don't even use condom.
Why?
But
People don't
then-
even like to use it.
Why?
People feel uncomfortable using it.
True.
So are you going to force them?
Men feel comfortable,
No,
uncomfortable.
some
so
men-
using it.
some
or
men-
Are you generalizing it?
I said, quote me. I said some men don't feel comfortable wearing it.
So, in a case like that, I feel like you should be able to bear the brunt of having many kids to cater for, if you don't want to
Is
use
that
a safe.
advisable?
Yes,
for
because
me, based on the topic we are discussing right
Yeah.
now, how do you pronounce it?
Vasectomy.
Okay, vasectomy. I think if it's a better way, I think it should have more awareness. That's just what I think.
so that's what we're
Because
having
now
this
every day
session.
we dey discover things. We feel no say that the light matches
Yeah.
on fire before. Now somebody they know now started doing it. Before they don't the way that they tear belly before, they could use different method before, but now they just do it straight up.
Yeah.
So since we are growing
evolving,
and
yes.
all of us are evolving, so if there's a discovery that says a man can go through this process in 5-10 minutes, so why won't we do it?
But then I understand her own what she's talking about. These procedures they're quite pricey. They're not
Okay.
cheap.
Okay.
So yes, and then we have persons that cannot even afford
Afford
it
it.
in the next 10 to 20 years, right? So they can use like the cheaper method, which is wearing the protection.
Oh,
So that's what.
you still they bring that rubber thing.
Yes, because
That's the cheapest way.
Okay,
That's the
now,
cheapest way.
trying to achieve something, you
Okay.
need to even if you're not okay with it, you just need to go.
yeah, instead of like having more kids.
But
Small
there,
kids,
there
like,
is condom
sorry to
everywhere
say
now.
that
Now I don't think
tomorrow
there's a
in the
village
future
that
might-
Exactly.
a condom
You know,
cannot.
But then
get
you're
to.
saying that there are persons that don't like it, which
Yeah,
we
I'm just
understand.
saying, I'm
yeah.
just saying.
So,
For
but then
that
these
have
people don't
options.
have a choice. Like, if you have 12 kids and you cannot, care for these kids,
How
you
na
need
take
to
born
wear.
the children reach
You
12?
just gave me a point right now. Do you know that some parents, they tend to have so many children not just because of birth control, but because they are looking for sex, like
A
the
male
child's
child.
sex, yes.
Yeah.
A child or a female child.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
because myself, I'm a product of that. My mom, she did the birth control stuff. It wasn't working for her. Rather, she expanded. She started swelling up. So her birth control
She was like
stabilization had to
reacting.
come naturally after she produced me. Do you get? So some persons, they go for these things because they are looking for a male gender or a female gender. So how do we, use that with this situation?
For me, I feel like if you can give birth to 10 kids, you should be able to take care of them. It's not going to be my problem. Is it going to be your problem?
But it's
No.
going to be a problem to the society, don't you think so?
Yeah, it's a
We
very
have-
big problem. Very big problem. It's affecting us right now. So
Like the
many.
overpopulation.
So many,
Population,
so
right?
many nuisance and all that.
Yeah, so many. I don't know how to explain it. So many people that cannot take care of themselves. These days, you see 17 years old, they get like 4 jobs, which is not even normal. It's not
Yeah, because
even,
they're supposed to have parents. To
Yeah,
take
you're
care for
supposed
them,
to have people that take care of 1 or 2 things, but you even want to take care of your parents
which is
when
not
you
supposed
did
to be that
16,
way.
17. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
exactly.
So you, even instead of you to even get 1 job or 2 jobs, maybe to take care of yourself, you now have like 4 so that you can take care of your family too. As a kid,
Which is wrong. Child labor.
so you understand. So if you check these Western people, which we are trying our best not to check again, we still have to be checking them. They don't have 6, 7 children, except they are extremely rich.
Yeah, true.
You see, most of them, they have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, the ones they can take care of. Even in Nigeria now, people are not doing it. Just
It's
see
called
somebody have
control
yeah
birth.
1 or 2 children.
Planned
it's,
birth.
it's enjoying
Yeah,
your
family planning.
life.
And it's
in it.
becoming an issue.
So?
It's becoming an issue in the Western land. They say there's declination
Yeah.
of. Did you see
Declination.
Yeah,
They're having
Yeah, it's like-
declination.
Yes,
the
in their
children-
population.
The population
It's
has
the population.
decreased, yes,
Yeah.
because-
What country was it? Not China. It was
There's China,
China.
there's
In
Japan,
America
there's
right
South
now.
Korea, there's
That's
America.
the Asian.
Yeah.
Because they were
Because they were
overpopulated
controlling it.
at a certain
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yes.
So
that is
what-
different.
It's a normal thing. And what they do again is overpopulating again. Now.
Exactly. That is different. That's like the Asian countries. They're actually working on it now.
Yeah, but Nigeria is going to be very difficult in Nigeria because our governments are not even facing like the bare minimum.
Okay.
Even like it's so bad that in Nigeria, if you are sick and you don't have money, there's even no single free healthcare in Nigeria. Talk less of free school. Talk less of say the government want to check your health. I don't know if you understand. So I don't know. We are in a very chaotic country. I think the government should do more because now this whole thing, it's so crazy that Nigerians don't even know that we have rights. Like citizens no say we be citizens and our government need to answer to us. That's not even the biggest failure. So until we start to hold our government accountable, most of these small issues cannot even be touched.
That's
Me,
what I found out. Do you want to talk on that?
yeah, me. I also feel like you and your partner copulated and had kids.
There should be an agreement.
You should be able to take care of them and leave the government out of it.
No, you can't leave the government out of your life.
Because if you notice, if you go to places that have more of this high birth rates, they're like poverty stricken. Like you are born in an environment where, for example, the parents were born in an environment where they had little or no access to health care because they could not afford, and then you start betting multiple kids. And most of these, if you go to, I think birth controls are free in health centers. You even go, they talk to you about what method is safest for you. These women refuse to.
Okay.
They refuse to. They just keep
Do you know
producing.
there are people?
keep
Do you know there are
producing.
people that are complete illiterate?
Yes, that's why you go to these
And they-
places. But
yeah.
their sensitization. These officials, they usually go to remote areas,
Yeah,
and then they
that's
speak
true.
to these people. They get like a translator,
Are
or they
you-
get someone
are
that
you
speaks
very
like them.
sure? Are you very sure?
Yes, I'm
they
very
have-
sure.
Wait, are you very sure they have touched every village in Nigeria?
They're trying.
Are
They've
you
touched
sure? Are
like
you sure?
serious places. Yes, they do. They try to. And then when people say, they're like, I see the kind of videos I see on TikTok, I'm like, this kind of village is not even supposed to have electricity, but then they have phones, they are reading, they are seeing.
Okay.
Most people are actually very stubborn, and
A myopic mind.
yes, they feel like, no, why do I have to do
They
that?
don't have a reason why they should succumb.
Exactly. So
No,
it's a whole thing.
actually-
I strongly believe it's a whole thing of choice. I strongly believe it's a whole thing of choice, because I have people I know too
Choice, indeed.
who they had to force them. They didn't even know they were doing the whole family planning for them when they took them to, because they were giving birth to kids every year.
Do you know in the Western world, if your pikin carry phone, call police, it like I'm saying like 5 years, 6 years. If they carry phone, call police, say he never eat since morning, they will carry the pikin from the parents.
Exactly.
What are they trying to do?
Making them responsible for their children.
First of all, you go fair born pikin wey you fair train first.
That's what we're talking
In
about.
the first place.
Same point.
That's why I'm saying government no dey do anything. Who carry the pikin from the parents? Is it not the government?
But you know
Who
these
did the
things.
child call? Is it not the government?
Yeah, but you know they take them to foster homes, and these kids end up being, most of them.
Being
If we
alone.
have
Lots of
if
things.
if we have like 100 kids, only 15 of them actually had good experiences growing up
In the
foster homes.
they
Yes,
take
because
them
most
to.
of them end up being
But
molested.
the government feel like that is a better place
But it's
than
not.
what the parents is doing
But
to the
most
child.
times it's not.
You
Like
know-
from
You know, when you think something is better, it might
Most
totally
times
be
it's
better,
not,
and then
yes.
there's a structure. They went through it, and we are going through ours.
yes.
And I wanted to ask you, concerning the, healing process. How long does it take place?
About 7 days.
7 days. Wow.
Completely.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
more easier for
Yeah,
men
exactly.
than women, actually. Okay. And then again, just be aware that I read about it having 2 procedures, so you could, do your findings too as well. Thank you so much. For any final remarks?
Yeah, I still feel like couples need to like really, really, really talk about it, and after having kids that you are sure you can take care of, they can do these procedures. And
Okay.
because for women it's crazy, like I read that they have post-operative issues like pain, infection, bleeding, as well as long-term effects like menstrual changes,
Okay.
or the rare possibility of
men
ectopic
should
pregnancy.
be actively involved.
Yeah, so the men should, think about their wives, think about
Intentional.
the side effects. Most times they are like very severe
Okay.
side effects, and
Okay.
if you love your woman, you should
I feel,
consider
wait,
this.
more than wait.
This is an
I feel
amazing
like this is a
episode
this topic no be
Cut
no
to
be
the
this topic no be genuine topic.
this
What do you mean?
Amazing topic.
I feel like this
is an
topic-
amazing topic today.
Which English I want
Come to
use?
an end. So men needs to be actively involved in this process, because it is way easier for them and less painful,
Exactly.
less dramatic, and less traumatizing.
Exactly.
So what do you have to say to this?
First of all, I feel like it's a national something, or it's a continental something. So looking at it from the point of, as much as people say we need to sensitize the public, right? I believe personally, I believe that this generation is already gone.
Okay.
Let's start from educating the children.
Sure.
When I was younger in my primary school, I was in primary 4 when I was taught FGM for the first female genital mutilation for the first time. So all through my growing up, right, in like schooling, I've always learned, FGM this, women contraceptive that. The only thing about men is condom. So imagine
Yeah.
introducing vasectomy to the curriculum.
Yes.
You know, at that age,
Right. Let them
yes,
understand.
As my 4, my 5 GS1.
You're
Yeah.
open to the sex
Yeah,
education.
and they are growing. You know. So like, it's not like it's not like something you should talk about. It's not a normal thing.
Yes.
You get. So that's what I feel.
Yeah,
That's
right.
my
Because
point. That's my point.
yeah, most people also feel like I think you said it earlier. They'll feel like it's going to make them less of a
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You need to understand that no, it's not going to make you less of a man.
Yeah.
You're still going to be a man.
Yeah.
At all. At all.
Thank you guys very much. I really like the fact that you guys brought me here to know this particular topic. I never heard about it
Thank
before.
you so much for calling.
Yeah, we appreciate. We had an amazing time, right?
Sure.
Thank you. So we've come to the end of this episode, and I hope you find it very interesting and intriguing. Okay, until next time, bye.